Let's go live to our colleagues at Sky News Weather. Rob Sharpe joins me, our meteorologist, and so much focus on what the advice is, the latest advice. What are we seeing in terms of Alfred? Give our viewers the latest, Rob.
Yeah, so this system still more than 100 kilometres away from the coastline, but its impact is already severe. As you can see behind me, trees down in many parts of northeast New South Wales and southeastern Queensland. The bands of cloud have been streaming over the east, and that's been bringing significant rainfall. But you can see the system itself swirling around just out to sea, bringing substantial rainfall, particularly for the New South Wales north coast. Parts of the north coast, in fact, have seen as much as 400 millimetres over the last 2 days. That's inland of Coffs Harbour, where on the ranges there near Dorrigo, it's been exceptionally wet over the last couple of days. But looking back to the wind aspect, and there's been plenty of trees coming down. Thankfully, the people who were in this home got rescued unscathed, so that was some good news there. But look at these gusts, 120 for Byron, 90 or so for Yamba, Ballina, and Coolangatta, and those winds will continue to ramp up through today. Looking at the latest observations in terms of the rainfall, up to 9 o'clock, Lismore and Coolangatta both saw close to 140 millimetres, and since 9 o'clock, the rain totals have continued to pile in for the New South Wales north coast, with another 30 plus for Lismore and Grafton. But for southeastern Queensland, it has been reasonably dry today. There's been showers, but it hasn't been excessively wet like it has been further south. Kieran?
And when we heard from the Premier that it's midday tomorrow, is that your read on when this system makes landfall?
Yeah, it looks around that kind of time for Brisbane and the Sunshine Coast. It's got to make landfall in either of those two regions, and it will be close to midday tomorrow, but it will make landfall probably a little bit earlier for Moreton Islands, so they'll probably see it around mid-morning tomorrow. But of course, this will continue to chop and change because the system is so slow moving. The exact hour that it crosses the coastline is very hard to predict at this rate of speed that it's moving right now. But you can see the warning still from Grafton to Double Island Point. The Bureau did a great job in bringing up those watch areas multiple days ago as this system was approaching the coast. So the forecast has been very accurate. It's just the timing that's been tricky to call. And you can see we've still got this system moving in. But in terms of the rainfall, I think that will particularly ramp up as it makes landfall and afterwards, particularly for the southeast coast of Queensland. Look at that black shading there. That's when I think we're going to see some of the most intense rain. So it'll build into this afternoon and tonight for the New South Wales north coast, but tomorrow is the day for southeastern Queensland, and even into Sunday morning, we'll still be seeing some of these prolific thunderstorms with intense rainfall, a serious concern. So there's a whole bunch of flood warnings already active. The Bureau has said that for Lismore, moderate flooding is likely and major flooding is possible, but major is possible in any of these river systems, really, including into southeastern Queensland. Kieran?
Rob, thank you. Well, I know it's a very busy time for you. You'll keep us up to date on everything over the next 48 hours. Appreciate it.